Good evening, YouTube. Tonight, I'd like to take a moment of consideration for the new God of War game. Anyone who knows me or this channel will know I fucking love the God of War series, and I've been waiting for a new God of War game for so long. So lo and behold, to kick off Sony's E3 press conference, what did we open with? God of motherfucking War. That's what. Now, that's how you kick off E3, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I mentioned in my update video I'd be swallowing humble pie here because I've always thought that Norse mythology would be an odd jump for the franchise to take, but from the gameplay demo at the beginning of E3, it looks amazing. I mean, hot diggity damn, Kratos, you look fan-fucking-tastic. A new setting, of course, adds new mechanics. We haven't seen much of the gameplay, but consider this the opinion of someone who doesn't get out much and loves God of War. The gameplay demo has this sort of RPG-ish kind of feel, you know? It's got these knowledge points, it's got hunting, it's got a wide open world. It feels like, not really an RPG, but it feels like the Tomb Raider reboot, you know? There's also what appears to be a third-person archery mechanic, but I'm not sure. But Kratos definitely has a son, that's for dang sure. From what we've seen so far, I'm thankful that the game isn't making me play the entire story as the kid. That's for dang certain. One thing that's definitely missing from this gameplay demo, however, considering that this is a God of War game, is the blood. Where are the gouts of blood red life juice, for fuck's sake? Where's my over-the-top graphic kills? Where are my QTEs? Why aren't these trolls and crap just giant blood bags waiting to be popped by Kratos' fist in a glorious burst of gore and viscera? My god, I sound like a total psychopath. Blech. Oh, sorry, don't know how that happened. Of course, the new Norse aesthetic has got people asking whether or not this is a reboot. Kratos supposedly died at the end of God of War 3 and destroyed the world too. Is this the same from the God of War original trilogy? I actually think it might be. The big indicators we have to talk about the fact that this is the same Kratos is the rage mechanic in this game. It's still referred to as Rage of Sparta. Okay, I mean technically it's called Spartan Rage, but it's the same thing. There's no reason for this Kratos to have Spartan Rage if he was a new Norse version of Kratos. Then of course there's the obvious tattoos Kratos gave himself in memory of Deimos as seen in Ghosts of Sparta. Speaking of Ghosts of Sparta, look at how pale he is. Look at how pale he is compared to his bloody son. That is some ashen skin for certain. There are also a few subtle things about Kratos' character design that makes me think this is the same one from the end of God of War 3. It's definitely not obvious, but there is a definite scar across his abdomen, reminiscent of the scar he had in God of War 2 and 3 from when Zeus stabbed him, and it's also the same wound Kratos reopened at the end of God of War 3. Then there's the ornament holding his axe in place. It's an Omega symbol. The Omega symbol has been intrinsically linked to marketing and branding. Even the new God of War symbol looks reminiscent of the Omega sign, but that's just to please fans and fit the new Norse aesthetic, I think. The symbol on Kratos' back, however, is definitely the Greek letter Omega. Omega has no place in the Norse alphabet. It might just be a little nod to the series, but somehow I think that's a bit of a stretch. Regardless of whether or not this is a reboot of God of War, the fact remains the man in charge here is still Kratos. The addition of a kid isn't anything new, but for Kratos to have a living family member to look after might add for some new dynamics, and a side of Kratos' character we didn't really get to see throughout the God of War franchise. And who knows, maybe the kid will have some interesting abilities down the road. No matter what though, I'm looking forward to more mindless demon killing, especially after the hype of E3, because now people have ripped this trailer to pieces for every scrap of information possible, and even now, the trailer is coming up with new shit to make me excited for this game. Like for instance, that in the final moments of the gameplay demo, there's a hill that's fucking moving. That's a snake. That's a giant fucking snake. If I fight that thing, I'll be happy. Oh god, I'll be so fucking happy with this game. You can throw whatever shit you want after that, Santa Monica. Let me fight that thing, and this game will be a perfect 101. Better practice screaming Norse names like Kratos until then. So, this evening, I've been Darkest Sands 101. This has been a moment of consideration for the new God of War. Sweet dreams, YouTube.